Hello guys, welcome back again. This is the part 5 of our C Sharp WebSockets chat application. So as you can see from the screen, this is where we left the last time. Basically, we've been able to connect multiple console apps, yeah, and then basically we're able to communicate between them. So once we text hello, so both of the connected um, clients can also receive it. So this is what we would do. Basically, this part we will add a web-based client to it, and we see how we'll be able to connect to the WebSocket using our web client. So stay tuned, and let me get this up and running. So basically, inside our WebSockets project, the .NET Core project, inside our www root folder, we'll add a new item, and this will be obviously it's a HTML, just a normal HTML. So basically we add a new item, so we go ASP.NET Core here. Inside here we will find a HTML. So basically we're just gonna make it index.html. Nothing fanciful. We're not here we're not doing any design. So this is what we have here. So we're just gonna put something here, the title, something. So we're just gonna make it WebSockets, and then we come inside the body, put an H1 here. Put H1 tag. Oh man, for some reason my computer is a little bit slow, but we were gonna get this WebSocket web client. So that's what we're gonna do for here. So as you can see, we're pretty much up and running. So this is what we will do next. So inside the body, after the H1, we're just gonna put a break line here. So we're gonna put an input, and the type is test, and let's put a placeholder. So this will be, please enter your message. And the ID, we're just gonna say message to send. It should be fine. The next bit is a button. Put a button here, and ID, we say send button. So the test, we're just gonna put send, and then we'll put a URL here, and the ID will be messages. So as you can see, it's a pretty straightforward stuff. So the next bit is obviously we add a script. And it's a type. It's a type JavaScript, test JavaScript. So inside here, this is what we were going to be doing. we're gonna add a few. We're gonna add a few JavaScript. Okay, so first of all, we declare a new variable, and we call it our URI, and this will be equal to WS for WebSocket and colon // localhost colon 5000 for the port number /WS. So that's what we have here. So the next bit, of course, is we're gonna add a new variable, and this will be a socket, and we set it to a new WebSocket, and we pass the URI. So we can say socket dot on open. So this will be a function that takes E for events, so we could say console.log connection established, and then the next bit, of course, is we say socket dot unclose for closure dot unclose is a function that takes in the E for the events. So we could say console.log say connection closed, and the next bit is we say socket dot on message. On message, this will be the function that delivers the message, and it takes E for the event. So we can say we add this method append item, and we pass in a list, and then our events dot data. So here we could just say console.log e dot data. So basically this one is not is E. I made it E rather than event, so you can change that. So this is what we have now. Actually, what we're gonna do is we can actually put all this method. We can put this method, this inside one method. So we can say variable, or actually you can just do it as a function straight away. So it's a function connect. So we paste it back in. So we can collapse this function. So after, just right after it, we can just call the function. So after that, we can list our variable, our list. This will be documents dot get elements by ID. So we can pass our messages. Then we add one more variable, the button. This will be document dots. So I'm just gonna get element by ID. So we have our send button. So we subscribe to the click event on our button. So dot add event listener. So this is the event that we're gonna be listening to, our click event. Then we pass it through this function. So basically when the button is clicked, and this is what we're gonna do inside. So when the button is clicked, this is what we want to do. We're just gonna say console.log send in message. Then we're gonna say socket dot send. So we can pass the message inside. So inside the event listener here, we're just gonna remove this bit for now. And this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna put a variable. This will be the message, and this will be documents dot get element by ID, and this will be our test. So we can go back and look at how we saved it here. The test that goes inside the input box. So it's a message to send. So we're just gonna copy it, and we're just gonna paste it in here. So the next bit is we're gonna add a new method, and we're gonna call it send message, and you take in our message, and we're gonna create the method send message, or the function. So this is where we're gonna put the message. So here we're just gonna remove this bit, and we're actually gonna put it here, and then we can say socket dot send so we can pass the element that's coming in as a parameter. That's the message that we're going to be sending. And then there's one more thing that we have to do. We're going to add this method. This function. Append item. So we pass in the list message. So here we go back again. I'm just going to check what I put the append. So it's append item, so we can get that bit resolved. So we come back to it here. So this is what we're gonna do. Variable list is equal to document dot create element. And then we say item. This one we're just gonna call this bit item, just to avoid any conflict. So we say item dot append child. And then we can say document dot create test node. So we can pass the message. Then we can list a list dot append child item. So as you can see, it's a pretty simple stuff. So the next bit, of course, is we just gonna test it to see if we have everything right in place. We're just gonna check this bit here. I'm going to shut down, build first. So once the build is succeeded, we're gonna run it. So now we have it running. What I'm gonna do is just gonna type the local host. Okay, so that's the first bit here. So we check it. If okay, as you can see, something ain't right. So we scroll down to see what's going on here. Okay, so should be fine. Okay, so now this is what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna pause it. Basically, I'm just gonna run the console as well, and then run it directly from another side. So stay tuned. Just gonna change it to the console. Okay, so now I've run it on a different. So as you can see, the URI is coming out a bit different. So I'm just gonna add /index.html, and we see what happens. So as you can see, it's connected. So to make it, I'm just gonna run the other console application for you to have a look. So we just wait for the console apps to run. So as you can see, we have the console up, the console side running, and then the web running. So basically, if I send a message from the console side, we're supposed to get it straight on the on the web. So as you can see, that is coming through. So as you can see, that is coming through. So it's a pretty simple stuff. So the next part of the video is we will look at the WPF on the next part, which will be part 6. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do. And see you. Catch up again. Peace.